special milestone in Japanese history is solemnly observed, with the Japanese envoy leading today's celebration that our Jillian Geronimo covered in this report.
Japan vowed a continued partnership with the Philippines in terms of security and defense cooperation. Japan Ambassador Koshikawa Kazuhiko made the statement as they celebrate the 68th anniversary of the Japan Self-Defense Forces, founded on July 1, 1954.
From rescue and relief operation to the capacity building activities, as well as knowledge and equipment transfers, Japan stands ready to come to the aid of the Philippines in time of needs.
Expounding on this, he pointed out that the Japan's self-defense forces have participated in numerous exercises and provided trainings to the armed forces of the Philippines in hopes of strengthening cooperation mainly on humanitarian aid and disaster relief missions. As the two countries have entered the second decade of their strategic partnership, Japan expects to augment defense cooperation with the new Philippine leadership under Ferdinand Marcos Jr. He disclosed that during a phone talk between Japanese Prime Minister Kishida and President Marcos on May 20, the latter agreed to discuss ways to further strengthen bilateral relations and realize peace of the region at an early stage. Defense Officer in Charge General Jose Faustino reaffirmed this commitment at a reception hosted by the Japanese ambassador tonight.
Let me assure that the DND and the AFP, under the guidance of His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., will remain committed to further strengthen the bilateral defense relations between the Philippines and Japan based on common interests and shared values of freedom, democracy, and respect for the rule of law.
According to Kazuhiko, it is important to reaffirm the commitment for a strengthened bilateral relationship as the world reels from the impacts of the Russian-Ukraine crisis on top of the COVID-19 pandemic and as both countries face security and defense challenges. Jillian Geronimo for The Nation.